what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at a skull for reconstruction. It's a young raccoon who's maybe 6 months old, and the way that we could tell the age is that its canine teeth, its adult teeth, were just starting to descend out of this plate here. It was just, when the gums were on it, was maybe only about that long, which means it had just lost its baby tooth, and this was starting to come up. So the age was about 6 months old, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I know that raccoons are related to dogs, so they should have similar teeth structure and age for their teeth to be renewed. So what we have here is, this was roadkill. The skull is completely segmented, not just from being roadkill, but also where it was such a young animal, the plates separated. So my job is going to be to figure out how these plates go together and put them together, like a jigsaw puzzle. You can see this part here. There's a part missing. This is the part for it. There's still a couple little pieces missing from that, but we can figure that out and fill it in with glue. Anything that's missing, it can be reconstructed using glue, different papers, different materials to fill in those gaps to make that stay sturdy. But the main part is figuring out where everything goes, which shouldn't be too hard if you study the anatomy of the skulls and you look at it. And see, right there we already got this much done.
I had this friend, I have this friend, he worked in the crime lab for the RCMP, and he told me that one of his greatest things he did was he had a totally shattered skull, and he put it all together. It was for a murder or something like that.
And putting the skull back together helped solve the case.
Yeah, yeah.
But pretty much I'm going to be doing a similar thing with this little raccoon, only instead of solving a crime, we're just going to put it back together. It's been over a year and there's not much you can really do to find out who ran over this raccoon.
Yeah. So, that's going to be your first
total reconstruction. I did do a little bit of reconstruction with
I
a raven.
know you have, yeah.
But this is the worst, most shattered piece here. But the first step is getting rid of this staining.
Yeah.
Because this staining here, it's all algae stain.
Yeah.
There's no flesh left on this, even though this looks pretty brown and yucky.
So
it's all been scraped, it's been cleaned.
This is going to take you like quite some, once you got it.
Quite some time, yeah.
Yeah. How long will you keep it to get rid of the staining?
In the peroxide? Well, I'm going to put it in peroxide until it stops fizzing. That way all the bacteria is dead.
Yeah.
And then once it's out of the peroxide, it'll sit in the sun for a week or two.
Yeah. And then you go to put it together.
Yep. Yeah. But another thing I'm going to have to do is these teeth are split, because this was outside all last winter, and the teeth have split, so I'm going to have to inject glue in that.
Squeeze them together.
Squeeze them together so that the teeth come back how they're supposed to go.
Well, you got quite a job to do.
Yep. So I'm just going to put all my little pieces back in here and put the peroxide in.